Have you ever hit rock bottom? The kind of bottom where everything you believed in shattered, where your name, your identity, your hope feels like it's buried beneath the rubble of what used to be your life. Maybe it was the end of a relationship, the loss of a dream, the betrayal you never saw coming, the career that crumbled, the moment you realized you no longer recognized the person in the mirror. Whatever it was, it broke you, and you thought, this is the end. But what if it wasn't? What if your rock bottom was actually your rebirth? The illusion of stability. We all build lives based on what we think is secure. Jobs, relationships, routines, identities. We build routines that keep us comfortable, even when they don't make us happy. We follow blueprints that were handed to us, never questioning if they were even meant for us. But life has a way of pulling the rug from under us. And when it does, it feels like punishment. But what if it's not? What if life isn't punishing you, but purifying you? Because sometimes the life you lose is the one that was limiting you. Sometimes the version of you that's destroyed is the one that was never really you. The truth is, we often cling to stability not because it nourishes us, but because we fear the unknown. But growth only happens when we're willing to let go of what we thought was solid. When the floor collapses, rock bottom feels like emptiness, silence, confusion, darkness. But here's what no one tells you. In darkness, your real eyes adjust. You begin to see things you never saw in the light. When you're no longer surrounded by noise, you start hearing your true voice. You start noticing the parts of yourself you neglected. Rock bottom strips away the distractions. It burns away the falsehoods. It brings you face to face with your soul. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's lonely. Yes, it feels like a death. But it's also where your greatest clarity begins. In the silence, you start asking questions you never had time to ask. Who am I when everything falls apart? What really matters to me? What kind of life do I actually want to live? The cocoon stage. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly by climbing higher. It dissolves in a cocoon. It literally falls apart. Its cells liquefy. Its form disintegrates. Rock bottom is your cocoon. You are no longer who you were, but you are not yet who you are becoming. And that in-between stage, it's not death, it's transformation. No one sees the miracle happening inside a cocoon. No one sees yours either, but it's happening. Your soul is redesigning itself. Your future self is being sculpted by today's silence. And just like the caterpillar, you will emerge. But not until you surrender to the process. Not until you allow the old self to dissolve. Letting go of the old you. To be reborn, you must let the old you die. The one who tolerated too much. The one who stayed small to make others comfortable. The one who feared change more than misery. Rock bottom makes it impossible to hold on. That's the gift. It forces you to release what you would have never let go of willingly. And in that surrender, something sacred happens. You start building from truth, not illusion. You stop pretending. You stop shrinking. You stop lying to yourself to keep the peace. You choose honesty. You choose depth. You choose alignment. And when you do, the universe responds. The first glimpse of light. Then one day light breaks through. A thought, a breath, a choice, a whisper that says, maybe I'll try again. You realize you survived the fall. And not only that, you're stronger, wiser, quieter, but more powerful than you've ever been. You don't rise the same. You rise new. You realize rock bottom didn't destroy you. It delivered you. It gave birth to a version of you that wasn't based on fear, but based on fire, rising as your true self. The world doesn't need the version of you that lived to please. It needs the version that survived the fire, that rebuilt from the ashes, that stopped asking for permission to shine. You don't come back from rock bottom to prove yourself. You come back because your soul finally said, now. This new version of you, unapologetic, empowered, awake, not because everything's perfect now, but because you know you are no longer afraid of falling. You've been to the bottom. You've seen the darkness, and you realize you were the light all along. Now, you walk differently. Now you speak differently. Now you love differently because you've met yourself in your ruins and found gold beneath the wreckage. The gift of rock bottom, people will ask you how you did it, how you survived, how you came back from something so painful. And you'll tell them, I didn't just come back, I came back new, because my rock bottom wasn't a tomb, it was a womb. It's the place where your deepest truth was born, where your old beliefs died, where your soul reclaimed its voice. And you'll start noticing others stuck in their own dark places, and you'll look at them not with judgment, but with recognition, because you'll know they're not broken, they're just becoming. Signs you're in a rebirth phase. So how do you know if you're not just stuck, but actually in the middle of a rebirth? Here are some signs. You feel lost, but also strangely relieved. Old passions no longer excite you, and new ones haven't arrived. You crave solitude more than validation. You're grieving things that didn't even happen. You feel like something inside you is dying, and you're right. You're drawn to truth, stillness, nature, simplicity. These are not signs of failure. They are symptoms of awakening. The old you is shedding, the mask is slipping, and soon what emerges will be real. So don't panic when you don't recognize yourself. You are not falling apart. You are falling into place. Final message to the one struggling, to the one listening who feels like they can't take it anymore, who wonders if this is all too much. Please remember, the version of you that's listening to this right now is already rising. You wouldn't be here searching for meaning if your soul weren't already preparing to fly. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are becoming. Let go of who they told you to be. Let go of who you used to be. Let go of who you thought you had to be. And just allow. Let life break you open. Let your tears cleanse you. Let your surrender rebirth you. You were never meant to be who you once were. You were meant to be who you're becoming next. This is not the fall. This is the flight before you rise. If this message found you at the right moment, share it. Someone else is standing at the edge of their own beginning. Subscribe for more healing truths, awakenings, and soul-deep reminders. You're not at the end. You're at the start of the most powerful chapter yet.